Hey, 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 YouTube. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. How are you today? Can you hear me? Hey, Terry. Thank you for the disclaimer. Thank you so much. Under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allows is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, and scholarships and research. Thank you very much for that. Hey, I'm chosen, sis. I was gonna text you today. I was gonna check on you today to see how you was doing. How's the grandbaby? Yeah, Terry always come through with it, don't he? Because I definitely needed it. Because I'm gonna be discussing some stuff. I'm gonna need that. Because I'm managing somebody else's business. So we definitely want to, just for education and entertainment purposes only. Nothing I say is a guaranteed fact. Just my opinion and my perspective. I own no rights to anything that I play. Just you know, giving commentary on what's already shown. But thank y'all for coming in. I've never got anyone in this fast before. I was kind of unprepared. um, but yeah, y'all, I just wanted to discuss some things. I don't know how many of you guys caught my live the other day, but if you guys haven't caught that live, please replay it. Please share it if you can. My friend still needs our help. He still needs the help, and just trying to get it to anyone's ear, as many as I can. Like I say, I know my channel is not a large platform. Andre did come on my platform while I was live. So he told in his own words, you were able to hear it from his perspective, not just mine's, which I, appreciate him doing that. But he's a great dad out here, always was an upstanding guy doing what he was supposed to do when it came to his kids and his family. And he's being railroaded. And, we all know somebody. And we always, saw it play out within this sector as well, with real fathers that's genuinely there for their kids, not looking for nothing in return, but just being a great dad to their kids. And he's definitely one of those people. He's an all around good guy, a great advocate for the community, for his family, and for his kids. And I just hate to see him going through this. And I just want to get it out there, just to, people that, chip in to help them with the monetary part of it, as well as just people you might know that you can connect him with, because he is trying to retain a lawyer. I don't know. I've never felt that they would, I don't know. I could be wrong. You know how, I'm not the, most popular person in the sector as far as my content. So I know Don shared it, but I didn't think about asking Kevin. But that would be great. And Kevin would be a good guy for him to just talk to man, to just keep him encouraged, because he's very, very, he's very weak right now, because it's taken a toll on him. He's been going through it for some months now, about 6 or 7 months, and it's starting to take a toll on his mental, him physically, because he's losing everything, y'all. He's losing everything that he bust his butt for, worked hard for, and to just see him and his wife going through it like that is crazy. Because there's nothing he wouldn't do for the next man, if they was in need, and I just hate to see him going through that. But I'll reach out to Kevin. I don't know how to really reach out to Kevin other than maybe asking him in one of his lives, because I've had experience where he really didn't answer his inboxes. So maybe I can ask Don to ask him. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll ask Don to ask him, because he it's hard for me to get in touch with him. Keep this family. Yes, Kimberly, definitely keep him in your prayers, because like I said, it's not easy to be on a level of comfort, where you have the means to um, provide for your family, to get all that chopped from up under you, to get it all chopped up from under you, after years of building it, and to from one lie can destroy your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Off of one lie. That's all it takes, is one lie. And he's losing it all, and it's really, really sad. And the worst part is it that his child is the one that told the lie. She told the lie, and is destroying her dad. It's sad. Yeah, anything, whether it's $1, $2, I'm sure him and his wife will appreciate it. And I say his wife because, hey, they've been together for a minute. They have children together, and they were getting ready to have a big wedding. They had paid money towards the venue and everything, and now they can't even do that now because they lost that, because his financial situation went in the pits. So now they can't even have the wedding right now that they were planning to have. But I still say it's his wife, because she's sticking with him. I wasn't able to tag it on my screen. I still don't know YouTube like that. So I wasn't able to pin his Cash App on the screen, but I posted it in my comments. I put it in my comments, and then I think I said it on the live. So right in the beginning of the live, I said it, and then I put it in the comments. So I don't know if you'll be able to go back to see it in the comments where I put it. I wasn't able to pin it on my screen. So, but yeah. Matter of fact, let me do something right quick. Let me put this here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Subscribe to your girl. I got 400 and some people. I hope I can keep it. And what I'm trying to do is to stay consistent, so that I can, get into the algorithm somewhere, somebody's algorithm. So I'm trying to do more content. But like I say, it's a little challenging to try to do it as much as I would like to, because my schedule is so busy and hectic, with my ladybug, and like she was, going through her little thing just a little while ago. So thank God for my sister. So yeah, but I wanted to come on and talk about, y'all know my girl Wendy Williams. I don't know how many of y'all saw the interview on TMZ yesterday. They streamed it on Tubi. They did the interview yesterday. It was sad, and it was enjoying as well, because just to see Wendy back to Wendy that we know, was, heart, it touched my heart to just see her, back to who we know. Not at 100%, because of course she's trapped in this situation. So it's only so much she can say. It's only so much she can, really do. She was standing in the window and talking on the phone to Harvey. And so it was pretty sad at that, to that point. But she was still her witty self. She was still who she is. And to hear them say Wendy's catch that she always say, other than how you doing, when she always say, you know what I'm saying? She always say that. She's been saying that as long as I've been knowing it. You know what I'm saying? But they said that that was part of her dementia. That's what the judge ruled of her having this aphasia, dementia, that because she kept saying, you know what I mean? You know, you get what I'm saying? You know, that's what she says all the time. But I'm going to present my screen. I just want to play part of the, I'm not going to play the whole interview, but I'm going to just play bits of it for those that have not seen it, but then you can go catch it on TMZ Presents. Let me share my screen. Betrayal is real too. It can be your family. It can be someone that you consider a loved one, you know, family friend, you know, and it'd be people that you don't really expect to betray you, you know, in any aspect, you know, whether it's financially, whether it's, you know, speaking badly on your name when you're not present, you know, just, you know, all the above. Betrayal can run in different ways, and just, it's just heart, you know, pounding when it's a loved one. You know, you don't expect that. But you, money is the root of all evil, right? Let me go here. Let me enlarge this.
The people are.
Let me know if y'all can hear it too.
They are in their 90s and their 80s. I eat lunch and dinner in my bedroom. I don't eat out there with the people that live here just because it's so goddamn depressing. There's a bathroom, there's a closet, and the TV, which was purchased by me through the Guardian person.
Are you allowed to go out?
No, I am not allowed to go out. I can call you, but you can't call me.
What about communications? Do you have an iPad or some form of a computer?
I have not. Listen, I've asked the Guardian person for an iPad since years, it seems like, but an iPad. Can I please have my telephone back? Can I please be able to call, you know, my family? You know, what is the problem with me calling and talking to friends of mine? They're not allowed to come in here, friends of mine. You know what I'm saying?
Over the last, say, 30 days, how much time have you been able to spend outside in the fresh air?
In the last 30 days, I went out twice for my teeth. You know what I'm saying? And that would be that.
Wendy, I gotta say, even people who are in prison for murder get an hour a day outside, and you've only been outside in fresh air twice in the last 30 days?
Yes.
Wendy, we are privy.
Isn't that sad, y'all? How can you go from being free to do whatever you want to do, see whoever you want to see, mingle, you know, go to the store, your free will, to become a prisoner in a place that you don't even really, I mean, I don't even know if she's seen really the whole facility, because in this interview, she talked about she can't go down the stairs. You know how in some senior places, because she's like an assisted living type of facility, that's where you have your means of your room, and you know, you might have a little sitting area or something like that, your bed in a little sitting area, but you don't have a kitchen. You might have a kitchenette, but not a stove or anything like that, because in assisted living, they do the cooking for you. But she said she can't even go down the stairs in like the community room, because she need a key to go down the elevator, and to go through any doors. You have to have a key, and she doesn't even have that. That's sad. it was so sad to see this. Now I'm gonna say that she did say in the interview, because Harvey, he did ask her some really key questions so that people would see and hear for themselves that Wendy is back to Wendy that we know. He asked her about the P. Diddy things. He asked her about what she thought about the presidency. And she was quick. She was quick back on it. She was the Wendy that we know. She was quick back on it. She was witty with when she's talking about things. The Wendy that was shown to us over these last few years or the last few months, even in the documentary, the Lifetime documentary, she was under the influence. That's why we were seeing different clips of people or seeing on the Shade Room and all those things, catching Wendy looking bad, catching Wendy, stumbling and, like she was under the influence or whatever, intoxicated, going inside the liquor stores. That's because she was under someone else's care at that time. She was in Miami, and she was in Florida, and she was able to, me personally, and I'm going to watch my words and watch how I say it because I don't want to get in trouble, but it's just my opinion. This is not a guaranteed fact. It's not true facts. All I'm going on what I heard on this interview, but I wasn't there. I don't know. But Tasha K had talked about it a while ago as well. She gonna tell it all. She don't care. She don't care about getting in trouble about it or nothing, but she gonna name drop. She gonna do it all. And she talked about certain family members that was no good for Wendy at that time. Not only family members, but also other people that she had around her that was really, really taking advantage of her because they knew, okay, if we get her this, if we keep her intoxicated, we're going to be able to do this. We're going to be able to get this out of her. We can get her to agree to this, long as we keep her intoxicated. And during that time, if y'all think about it, during the time when all this stuff occurred, it was right when we started seeing Wendy decline on her show. Whoever was a faithful Wendy Williams watcher, but when we started seeing the decline in her show was when she was going through the divorce, when the stuff happened with the infidelity with her husband. Not saying that it wasn't happening, throughout their marriage that she knew about. She even admitted that she even cheated because she wanted to know how it felt and how did it feel to the other person. So, but she, started to decline when that happened. I think that baby situation is what sent her over. Because I think they had an agreement. Hey, if you're going to do this, I know you out here doing what you do, being a man, being a dog of a man, but don't bring no baby into the picture. That was their agreement. Because she spoke about that. So when that baby came into the play, that's what broke the situation. She was like, oh no, hex no, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So that I think played it because true and all, a relationship and you with somebody that you love and you guys go through this situation and a divorce, it's like a death. It's like a death. And I know how that feels because I went through it. So you got that happening at the same time as COVID. Where you already, isolated, you can't do what you really want to do. The show was on hiatus. And when it did start, you had all these different changes or how you operate. Then her mother passing. We all know how close she was to her mom. Well, both her parents, but I know her and her mom was very close. So you got all that together and you being ex, you going to AA and all that stuff for your addiction. It's easy to fall back into that. you know, when you're going through it and you really don't have that support system. Because from what I knew, and from what I understood, her husband at that time, Kevin Hunter, he excluded her from a lot of people. He didn't want her communicating with people. She didn't have too many friends that she was able to really, you know, deal with. She had a few, but even on her show, when celebrities and stuff would come over, she was like, oh yeah, you know, this is it. You know, our conversation is here. It's not going to go no further. No, I ain't finna call you. You don't have to call me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the position that he put her in. And to me, it was like he was excluding her and secluding her from people so that she wouldn't have no one. And she would only have to depend on him. She only was, you know, had him to depend on. So that put her in a whole different situation. So when that stuff happened, she had no one really to go to other than the bottle. The bottle. Was there anything else involved in it other than the alcohol? I don't know. But I definitely know alcohol was involved because we saw that in the documentary, with the vodka bottles and all that stuff. So, and that's when she started declining, y'all. That's when you started seeing, you know, things change. You knew she was coming to the show. She was tipsy, you know, because she was slurring her words. You know, she was, you know, when she had that big fall and all that stuff. We knew something was going on, that she was under some type of influence, you know. So all that, you know, played into it. Now in this documentary, even though we heard the rumors of it being someone in her family that was taking advantage of her, we never knew who that family member was. We kind of assumed who it was, but she said it, you know. And the funny thing about betrayal, when it happens from your family member, because that's your family member and your level of love for that family member, you kind of don't cut them off completely. You know, you kind of like, okay, I just won't trust you now 100%, but I'm gonna still love you and trust you just some, but I'm not going to trust you 100% anymore. And that can happen either with our husbands, our parents, our kids, anybody that, you know, betrays you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to still love them, but at the same time, you're going to know how to deal with them from that point on, because you should never betray your loved one under no circumstances at all. You know, and then you don't do it in public where people are looking at you crazy. You know, they looking at you like, what in the world, you know. But she tells it in this documentary, and then she tells, you know, she was being honest, like, I love them, and it's a sticky situation and I don't want to talk about it. The love of money is the root of all evil. Yep. Or the evil intent that people use it for. How about that? Maybe we can say that. The level of evil intent that people use the money for. Let's say that. Andrea, I'm gonna be in and out of the chat. I'm retwisting my son's locks, but I am here and listening. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for just even coming in. I appreciate it. You know, just make sure you hit the like button for your girl. But yeah, I appreciate you coming in. I really, really do. It means a lot. I don't take it for granted, but let me go back to this to play a little bit more of it.
To some of the court documents. And your guardian's name is Sabrina Morrissey. And here's what the judge said in this case. The guardian, that's Miss Morrissey, is to permit Wendy as much independence as is practical. This sounds more like a prison than independence.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Listen, this system has failed. This system has failed from top to bottom.
Yes, they failed her big time.
And everybody involved with that.
Yep.
The system has failed. I want my freedom back. How about that?
Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can go back because I didn't know it was just a clip. I didn't know that that was just a clip. I thought it was the whole thing. Y'all, we getting a lot of snow here. A lot of snow. I hate it. Why did it do that? I don't want that to do that. I don't know why it came up like this. Why did it come up as clips as opposed to the actual interview? Okay, here we go. Here's another clip. I wished I could have pulled up the whole interview. Let me see.
Your life has been like over the past year. What is it like?
Isolated. Where I am is this place where the people are older. You know what I'm saying? They are in their 90s and their 80s. I eat lunch and dinner in my bedroom. I don't eat out there with the people that live here just because it's so goddamn depressing. There's a bathroom, there's a closet, and the TV, which was purchased by me through the Guardian person.
Are you allowed to go out?
No, this is the same one. Hold on, y'all.
No.
I don't know what happened to the one I pulled up with the whole interview. Because I just wanted y'all to hear. I wonder if it's not coming up because it was on Tubi. That might be why it's not playing the whole interview, because it was aired on Tubi. Because normally you can go to TMZ Present and then play it, but here, this right here, y'all. Let me see if I can present this one. But see here, they talked about, I don't know how many people remember this, was said, during the documentary, that her son, Kevin Jr., had drew all that money out of her account. And seeing as though I can't see, Wendy Williams slams her only child for telling stealing from her and alleging that in doing so, her accounts with Wells Fargo were shut off and she was placed in a guardianship. That's the heartbreaking part right there, y'all. That her son is the reason why she's in this guardianship, y'all. Unfortunately, he's the reason why she's in this guardianship. See where it says Wendy Williams slams her only child for stealing from her and alleging that alleges that in that doing so, her accounts with Wells Fargo were shut off and she was placed in a guardianship. Now, in that interview, she did say that she was glad that they did that, because she didn't even know. She didn't even know. They when that money, a type of money was coming out of her account, it flagged it, and they tried to reach out to Wendy, and they couldn't reach her because her son had her phone. Again, this is what we're talking about when her being, not herself and under the influence, she wasn't able to, really know what was going on around her surroundings. So, who knows? She was probably, liberated on the couch or, whatever, and didn't know what was going on around her. And I don't think he was alone in doing so. I believe it was more than just him that was taking advantage of her. Is it someone else in the family? I don't know. But I do know it was some of them other people that was in that documentary. That one young lady, that guy, that was, I think, her fashion designer or something, that became like some quote unquote her manager or something. I do believe that he was in on it too. I think they all was splitting the money. So because Wells Fargo saw some things out of the norm is when they put froze the account. And especially because they wasn't able to reach out, but they wasn't able to get in touch with Wendy. So she said she was glad that happened. But what she's not understanding is how it went from that to her being in prison in this guardianship. Because that's definitely what she's in. She's in a prison. Standing in that window with a hand on the window is like somebody standing at a prison window. It kind of reminds you of too when COVID was going on and you couldn't go visit your loved ones in the senior building, or you couldn't, in the nursing home, and they would just stand at the window, with this just sad, pitiful look, like, help me, Harvey made a reference to, that's what it seemed like she one of the people that's in prison and they're captured by somebody, and they write in the window, they blow on the window and write on there, help me. That's what it looked like with her standing in that window. And it was so sad. It was really so sad to just know that this has happened to her, and it all contribute from her son and other people that took advantage of her in that vulnerable state. Even your kids, man, can your own kids can do you in, man. So we just got to be careful. And I just pray she's not 100% angry at her son. She just know that she can't trust her son 100%, and definitely not with her finances. And then Harvey asked her as well. He said, well, do you think that you should have some type of guardian when it comes to maybe a counselor over your finances, a counselor over your sobriety? And she said, yes. She said, I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep me on track, just to, someone that's, got her best interest at heart. And I think she that would be good for her as well. Do I think it should be somebody in her family at this point? Maybe her niece, I would think, is a good advocate because she's been on the front line advocating for her aunt. Like I said, I'm cool with her brother. I'm cool with, just I don't know the family to the extent to even say, who would be good and who wouldn't, but I definitely would say her niece, because her niece, is in the media's eye, for the type of work that she does. I think she's a news anchor or something like that. And she's been out here advocating for her aunt. They showed some of the pictures of her and her aunt, back in the day and stuff. And they was just so cute. So yeah, I just think that would be a great idea. She does have someone that's working with her now to help get her out of this guardianship situation. I pray it works. I pray it works. I pray that all her friends that she had before all this happened come to her rescue. Yeah, so yeah. Hashtag free Wendy. Free Wendy from just the bondage of her mind. Free Wendy from this guardianship. Just free her, back to the free spirit person that she, is known to be. That's my prayers. My next topic was about this witch right here. The witch that's on my thumbnail, y'all. Them right here. This heifer right here. This heifer right here, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, when Twitch had passed away, I don't know, it was just something in my spirit. I don't know if it was because he passed the day before my birthday. I don't know, it did something to me. It like really, really did something to me. I don't know what it was, but I just I don't know. And instantly it was like, I don't know if I felt like he was a family member or something. And but I knew that the wife had something to do with it. I knew that he didn't just unalive himself just because. I didn't feel that he unalived himself because he was depressed or he didn't value life, because that video that they showed right before that happened, he was just joyous. He was just, happy. He was dancing and stuff. And usually a person that's getting ready to do that, they close themselves in. They become isolated. They become non-talkative. They're not always happy. And this particular day, he seemed like his normal self. He didn't seem like nothing was out of the norm or nothing. And I know some people are good at disguising that type of stuff, but it was just something about it that just didn't give. I want to, be out of here. I don't want to have no more parts of this, of this life. It just didn't give that. And when I went on YouTube and I started seeing other content creators talking about it and how they were saying they felt the same sentiments that I did, I was like, oh yeah, that's what I thought. Because it's this one content creator, I can't think of his name now, from day one. I think it's Willie. I want to say Willie. I can't think of his name. I follow him on YouTube, but he was saying it. He said the same thing. And we both said that wife had something to do with it. We said it. And then as time went on, you started seeing other content creators talking about it, whether it was on TikTok, YouTube, or something, and they were saying some of the same things. They were saying that something just wasn't right. And then later down the line, this heifer, she come on online. That heifer she done deleted his last name, the boss name, off her all her social media. This man wasn't even cold good in the ground. She done deleted the boss name off of her social media pages. Next thing you know, probably about 4 months later, she got another dude in her life. Now, I ain't saying, just because you lose a spouse or whatever, you shouldn't move on. But my God, if you was truly in love with this person, it's going to take a minute. But I know, Caucasian people don't mourn like we do as, African American people. Because, we take it to, some of us take it to the extreme sometimes, but people will consider as extreme because, baby, we be up under the desk, up under the couch. We just don't even want to get out of bed, baby. We don't even want to turn the light on. We straight in the dark because, look, I just can't, some of us don't even be wanting to be here, all depending on who we just lost in our life. You know what I'm saying? So she, a lot of them, they move on kind of quickly, just like they can lose a loved one, whether it's a mother, child, brother, sibling, whatever. They would have, lose the person, say, they grieve, and then they, next thing you know, they going back to work. They going back to regular life. Because they don't mourn like us. So was it kind of, a norm to see a Caucasian person react that way? But it was still something odd about her. It was just always something odd about this heifer. And then when it came back up again, where she came out with this doggone book, memoir, or whatever it was she done wrote, and then she poured salt on his name. I knew then this heifer didn't love her husband. Something was going on with her. I believe that dude that she with right now, because a matter of fact, did she get married? I can't remember. Let me see. Did this heifer get married? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I want to say she got remarried not too long ago. Okay, it doesn't say, but I want to believe that she did marry this guy. I want to say she did marry this guy. And then the heifer had the audacity. Y'all know I'm old because I'm saying heifer. I don't know who all familiar with that word, but I want to call her something else, but I'm on YouTube. But this heifer said that this man was on Uggs and that he was all A, B, and C, no good things about this man. And you know what, too, that was a red flag for me. Because normally if someone passes away sudden like that, that's an even more harder pill to swallow, and it's hard to accept. But for her to accept the fact to where she gonna come out here and just be dancing her normal self, and I was like, some is funny about this chick. And then when the family came out and spoke and said that she made them sign a DNA, no, not a DNA, y'all. What is it called? what is that thing that people, they make you sign where you won't share stuff, or a non-disclosure or something like that? She made them sign that. She made his mom and his family sign it in order for them to come to the funeral. How cold-hearted can you be? That's cold. I don't even think I would do that to my enemy. And she did it to his mom. Do you know how she might have just stuck the mama with a knife and turned it? Because if nobody else feel that pain of losing Twitch, would be his mama. She might as well just took the knife, stabbed that mama, and turned it with the crap that she's been doing. And then she wants to, it's just evil. And then she wanted to exclude them from the kids. Now, the lady done lost her son. And see, that's the big difference, y'all, about my logic on when your son have kids as opposed to your daughter having kids. When it's your daughter, you got a little more leeway because you her mama. Like if the daughter get out of pocket, you can knock her head off, or you can, what I'm saying, get on her, and whatever about your grandbaby. But when it's the son's kids, you got to deal with the mama and her mama. So it's a little bit different. And because this is her son, he is by this heifer, this little evil witch. It's not much she can do. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to wanting to have her grandkids in her life, and this is her bloodline. This is all she has left for her son. And she's been really, really ugly with her. And somebody played an interview where this heifer said, they was like, why are you doing this? And she was like, this is what he wanted. Oh, so you saying that he told you that this is what he wanted if something happened to him? So you're saying that he told you he was planning on unaliving himself. Hey, Latte Eminem, thank you for coming in. So you're saying that he told you. So you knew that this was going to happen. But you claimed that you didn't know. He left the house. He took, he left the car and all that stuff. Like I said, which was a lie. I think he was lured there, or they went there and she left and something happened. That's what I believe. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Not a guaranteed fact, y'all. I'm just giving my opinion and my perspective. Allegedly, that's just my opinion. But this is the interview with the mom. The mom done spoke out. Let me see if I could unshare this and bring up the interview. I hope this one play, y'all. I hope this interview play. I hope it plays. Let me see. Let me get it geared up. Okay, why is not playing? Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go back here. Let's add it. Go here.
All saying, we need you guys to sign non-disclosure agreements. And we were like, why? What's going on? What is this for? And she says, well, somebody in the family has sold a story to a magazine. I can't even put into words what that feels like. Mm-hmm. And this was a sensational story. So yeah. Definitely there are going to be people out there who would take advantage of that. So I truly understand that. I guess my issue with it is that we are family. I'm his mother. what did you honestly think I was going to do? You know, his brothers, his grandparents, his uncle, his aunts. What did you think we were going to do?
In the People article, there she alludes that he may have been, that he seemed to indicate that he had been sexually abused by a trusted male figure in his life.
No.
You were not aware
No.
of any of that.
No.
Those details were also a shock to Stephen's younger brother, Dre Rose. So did you know about any of these issues before the People magazine article came out? Cornucopia of drugs, including mushrooms, pills, and other substances, implying that he had a serious drug issue.
I knew that recreationally he's used or tried things. That wasn't a shock to me. This cornucopia of drugs that had to be Googled, we don't even know if we don't know anything to be true.
Finish that sentence. We don't even know if those were his.
Yes, I mean, really,
Mm-hmm.
it's hearsay. It's someone else's version, and if that is the truth, there could have been a better way to bring that to the family, and then we discuss, what that meant.
So you wish there would have been a conversation with the family,
yes.
that I found this.
Yeah, huh? Do you know anything about it?
Were you aware?
Now, remind y'all, the autopsy, there was no trace of any UGs in his system. There was no trace. So, but she's saying that obviously he was on these things, and this is why he probably, unalived himself. But the autopsy said there was no trace. So why would she come out? She didn't even have to say nothing about that. If that was something she found, he's gone now. Let him take that to his grave. Obviously, if you didn't know about it, then the family and all that didn't know about it. Why bring it to the forefront now? You did that to be evil. Why would she want to do anything? Because obviously nobody really even talked about it anymore after his passing. Kind of like, you talk, it's in the news media for a minute and then it disappears and you don't hear about it anymore. So why damage his reputation? What's the point of bringing this to the forefront if it's not out of if it's not for a malicious intent? She did it for malicious intent, but I'm lost on why. What did he do to her so bad that even in his absence of no longer being here on this earth, that she felt the need to damage his reputation? What did he do to her? She didn't speak about another partner in the relationship or him, being with someone else. I don't believe. I haven't read the book or the memoir or whatever. Maybe she did. I don't know. But she sounded like a scorned woman. But because I've been following it, and I probably should have did a little more, pulling up some of the videos and stuff like that where I could have played it. But I just didn't want the video. I just didn't want my live to last too long. Because I know the longer your live is, the less people will be interested in watching it to the end. But in one video that I saw, she done been to jail. She got a record. So she ain't this goody two-shoe powder princess that she portraying. Because people done did some digging on her. They done did some digging on her. They done found out that they done played a video where she was telling, being belligerent to the cop. She was resisting arrest. She was doing all type of stuff in this video. So she ain't this powder princess that she trying to make herself seem to be. Then people were coming out saying, like, some of their mutual friends and even her friends that was her friend before her and Twitch got together. She was saying, they even came out and said, why is she doing this? you know, he loved her. And she's always been very dismissive to him. She wasn't a nice person in the relationship. And she was mean. These are some of her friends that came out and said this, because to them, they knew that Twitch was a good guy. He loved her and the kids, even her child that she had before they got together. They didn't see this person that she's portraying to the world of him being. Me, just on the outside looking in, didn't see him as that person either. And obviously his family is saying the same thing. So I'm a true believer that if one person says something about you, that's their opinion. If a second person says something about you, you can still iffy. But 2 or 3 people say the same thing, it's some truth to it. It's some truth to it, and you need to take another look at it from another angle, because when 2 or 3 people are saying the same thing, it's some facts in there somewhere, you know. And people were coming out the woodworks talking about her. But I don't know. I posted it on my Facebook because like I said, I was so hurt about it. And then it happened the day before my birthday. I posted it on my Facebook page. And I've tried to find that video and that post on what I said. And I said that someone that man just didn't unalive himself just because it was something more to it. And I believe that the wife had something to do with it. Allegedly. I believe yeah. And her behavior is showing it. Her behavior is proving me right. Because who would do this to his mother? You would think she would be, this kind of reminds me of Kobe Bryant and his wife and his family. This kind of reminds me of that situation, the way the wife treated his parents, even at the funeral service. This kind of reminds me of that. I feel so bad for his mom. Let me play the rest of it, y'all. It's not long. Let me play the rest of it.
Aware of possible sexual abuse in his childhood? You knew nothing
that was
about
new.
that? That was a shock to you to hear that.
Yes. I see no accountability in the fact that the family had to find out about these things in the manner that they did. And if that is what you want to convey or share to the public, bringing up someone's journal entries, that's not how you expose it. There could have been, hey, this is my experience and I want to let people know what to look for. Mm-hmm. But to use my brother's name and make it seem like he had this serious addiction problem and his sexual abuse allegation, that could have been true. That could have been true, but that isn't. I don't think that's the reason why my brother isn't here today. I feel like we've extended our hand the past 2 years and there hasn't been consistency.
Extended outside of social media.
Outside, oh yes.
Yeah, outside of social media.
There's many messages and phone calls where we've been left unread or not acknowledged. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's changed behavior. Like if you make an act that shows kindness, if you embody the spirit that my brother had of kindness and love and light, give that light to his family. You want to help people, help his family heal.
Yes.
Because we're going through it as well.
Yeah, y'all. That lady was something else, y'all. And she was something else. How could you do that to a mother that just lost her child? I don't care if the child is grown, old. That's her child. How could you do that? There's some cold people in the world, man. There's some cold people in the world. And she's one of them. She's a witch. She's a witch, in my opinion. She's an evil witch. Because you got to be a cold-hearted person to do what she's done. And I just honestly believe that she was having an affair on him. And maybe because of that is why he did what he did. Who knows? Or she had her hand in that situation in that hotel room. My opinion, not facts. Just that's just the way I feel. But y'all, I just wanted to, touch bases on those two stories. Like I said, I am a Wendy Williams follower. I am a Wendy Williams fan. Been a fan since she was in radio, because she makes me laugh. She's she's funny. And I like that, she's real quick on her feet too. And I want to see her get better. I want to see her, back to who she was. And I want to see her be able to spend, her father's last days with us, which we never know how that could play out. Might be he watched her last days, whatever. I just think they should be together. I pray that she can get from under this situation, and because it's nothing like, your parents, man. And when they get up in age, you want to spend that quality time with them. So there's no regrets, and Twitch, may his soul rest in peace. And God give his mom, his family, the peace that they seek and desire. Let this situation, let them get justice in this situation. Let them get justice in this situation. Because it's a lot of hidden things that we are not privy to. Some that we are, because people have done their investigations, because people have been investigating her from the beginning, from day one. When I find some of the videos that I saw that people posted, I might come back and talk about that again, with more of the videos so that you can see. I'm gonna try to find that one where she was in police custody. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it. So I might come back on that. But I got some other topics that I do want to talk about that's very sensitive, a little triggering, but just some current events that's going on that's very, very heartfelt. We're in such a time in this world right now, y'all. We in some trying times, man. And it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of stuff going on here in Illinois. It's a lot of stuff that's going on in other states. That's just, I saw a video today of something that happened in New York. Whew. I don't know how certain things can get posted on Facebook. I know if I was the family member, I would probably be it would feel a little stinging to see it posted like that. But people post a lot of stuff on Facebook, and how it gets by and not being tagged or flagged or blocked on social media. But it was very gruesome, very gruesome. But yeah, it happened today, and matter of fact, it was what you call that, where it was a domestic situation, but it was a couple that got into it, and he tried to unalive her and himself. But I want to say that they both survived. So yeah, so that was pretty. Y'all might have seen it on Facebook, but if not, you wouldn't want to see it because it's gruesome looking. But yeah, y'all, I want to thank y'all for stopping by just to see little old me. The little few that came in. I know I did see some other content creators go live. Like I say, I always try to look to make sure nobody is going live. But I just gotta, you know, just go for it and just go live, because other than that, I'm never gonna build my channel. I'm never gonna get my channel off the ground if I base it based on who's going live, because you have some people that go live 2 and 3 times a day, so you better get in where you fit in, because there's so much going on in the YouTube streets that it can go on for 24 hours. Because you got people in different time zones, and it might be one time here, so they can go live, and it might be another time somewhere else. So you better get in where you fit in. Other than that, you would never get the opportunity to come on and do content. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm learning little stuff. Y'all see, I got my like, share, subscribe to come across my screen. Hey, I did that by myself. You see my background. I was able to change that. I finally got rid of that symbol that used to be in my head. I wish I can get my picture to come all the way up though into that bubble, like. I'm giving y'all the smiles with my eyes right now. That's what that is. That's the smiles with the eyes. You know how Tyra Banks say smiles? That's what I'm giving y'all. So, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get that situated as well too. So but yeah, I'm trying to get there, y'all. I got 300, I think I got 400 and some subscribers. So I'm trying to get up there, y'all. I'm trying to get it up there. I ain't really too much tripping about it because I haven't gotten down pack of the YouTube and doing different stuff and coming on as much. So there's no sense of me, being monetized right now when I'm not even really bringing the content. But I'm learning, I'm learning. Trying to be consistent. I think I went live a couple of days ago. So I'm gonna come live again. I'm just gonna jump in, because other than that, I won't get in. I just hate that, I be talking to myself a lot of times. I can't ask questions because I have nobody to talk back to me. That's the only part I don't like. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is learn how to do videos, so that recordings, so I can just do recording as opposed to going live, because lives are not working for me, because I can't ask questions. I can't bounce anything and get your perspective on what I'm talking about, because nobody is in the chat. So, and I don't like that, that defeats the purpose, it defeats the purpose to even come on. So, but I appreciate the few that I got today. I appreciate y'all. And I'll talk to you later. Love ya. Mwah.